The Acts of Andrew is one of the most fascinating writings to emerge from early Christianity outside the New Testament canon, probably composed in the 2nd or 3rd century. The text belongs to a larger collection known as the apocryphal Acts, imaginative narratives about the apostles that blended theology, miracle stories, and adventure. Though rejected by the church as non-canonical, these writings remain popular for centuries because of their dramatic storytelling and spiritual themes. While the original full text is lost, there are significant fragments and later summaries. The story follows Andrew's travels through Asia Minor and Greece, culminating in his stay at Patras. Andrew, the 2nd century text, is a philosopher-saint, a wandering ascetic, and a defiant martyr whose primary goal is the liberation of the soul from the shackles of the physical body. The Acts of Andrew centers on the missionary journeys and martyrdom of the apostle and to the apostle. Unlike the restrained style of the New Testament, the work presents Andrew as a wandering holy man who performs miracles, heals the sick, exorcises demons, and converts entire communities to the power of faith. The text reflects the ascetic ideals common in some early Christian circles. Worldly pleasures, wealth, and even marriage are often portrayed as obstacles to spiritual purity. One of the most memorable episodes involves Maximilla, the wife of a Roman proconsul. After hearing Andrew preach, she embraces a life of chastity and spiritual devotion, refusing marital relations with her husband. Enraged, the proconsul orders Andrew's arrest and execution. This conflict highlights a recurring theme in apocryphal literature, the tension between spiritual commitment and the demands of earthly authority. Andrew's death is described with vivid detail and mystical symbolism. According to later Christian tradition, inspired partly by this text, he was crucified on an X-shaped cross, now commonly known as St. Andrew's Cross. Even while dying, Andrew continues preaching to crowds, welcoming martyrdom as a union with Christ rather than a defeat. Although the Church Fathers criticize the Acts of Andrew for theological exaggerations and possible Gnostic influences, historians value the work today because it reveals the diversity of early Christianity. The text shows how ordinary believers imagined the apostles, not only as teachers, but as heroic figures who confronted empires, demons, and human weakness with unwavering faith. Despite the Church rejected the text, it definitely left a permanent mark on Christian tradition, such as the X-shaped cross. Also, elements of the story leaked into popular medieval hagiography, ensuring that Andrew remained one of the most beloved figures in Christendom, particularly in Scotland and Russia. In the end, the Acts of Andrew survives not as scripture, but as a window into the spiritual imagination of the ancient Christian world, a world filled with miracles, visions, sacrifice, and the longing for divine truth.